What's up YouTube? Chris Bandy here. In this video, we're going to learn about half-diminished seventh chords. A half-diminished seventh chord is a seventh chord that has a diminished triad starting on the root, and then a note that is a minor seventh above the root. An easy way to get up to the minor seventh is to go up an octave and then go down a major second. Let's build a few of these chords. Suppose that the root is F. How would we build a half-diminished seventh chord? Pause the video if you want to figure it out by yourself. First, we build a diminished triad by stacking a minor third, then another minor third. Then we add a minor seventh. We can do this by going up an octave, then going down a major second. Now suppose that the root is C sharp. How would we build a half-diminished seventh chord? Pause the video if you want to figure it out by yourself. First, we build a diminished triad by stacking a minor third, then another minor third. Then we add a minor seventh. We can do this by going up an octave, then going down a major second. Now suppose that the root is A flat. How would we build a half-diminished seventh chord? Pause the video if you want to figure it out by yourself. First, we build a diminished triad by stacking a minor third, then another minor third. Then we add a minor seventh. We can do this by going up an octave, then going down a major second. The Roman numeral symbol for half-diminished quality is a circle with a slash through it. Make sure the slash goes diagonally up and to the right. For example, suppose we're in the key of C major, and we have a B half-diminished seventh chord. Since this chord is built on scale degree 7, we write a lowercase Roman numeral 7, and then the slashed circle. And since the root, B, is in the bass, this chord is in root position, which means for the inversion symbol, we just write 7. If D is in the bass, we keep the lowercase 7 in the slashed circle. Since the chordal third is in the bass, the chord is in first inversion, so we write 6-5 for the inversion symbol. If F is in the bass, then the chordal fifth is in the bass, so the chord is in second inversion, and we write 4-3 for the inversion symbol. If A is in the bass, then the chordal seventh is in the bass, so the chord is in third inversion, and we write 4-2 for the inversion symbol. Where do half-diminished seventh chords appear in various keys? They appear in two places. The first is as the seventh chord built on the leading tone of a major key. For example, in the key of E major, the leading tone is D sharp. So if we build a seventh chord on D sharp and we stay in the key of E major, the notes we get are D sharp, F sharp, A, and C sharp. Since we've got a diminished triad on the root and a minor seventh between the root and the chordal seventh, we've got a half-diminished seventh chord. So we should label this chord as 7 half-diminished 7. The second place that half-diminished seventh chords appear is as the seventh chord built on the supertonic of a minor key. For example, in the key of F minor, the supertonic is G. So if we build a seventh chord starting on G, and we stay in the key of F minor, the notes we get are G, B flat, D flat, and F. Since we've got a diminished triad on the root, and a minor seventh between the root and the chordal seventh, we've got a half-diminished seventh chord. So we should label this chord as 2 half-diminished seventh. What are the functions of a half-diminished seventh chord? Well, if it appears as a leading tone chord in a major key, it probably has dominant function. For example, in the key of F major, if we have a 7 half-diminished 7, it can go straight to tonic. This has smooth voice leading. Every voice moves by only a step. Seven half-diminished 7 could also have predominant function, if only the D moves down by whole step. Then the resulting chord is a 5-6-5, so you could have a progression like this. If a half-diminished 7th chord is built on the supertonic in a minor key, it probably has predominant function. For example, in the key of E minor, if we have a 2 half-diminished 6-5, it can go to dominant. This also has smooth voice leading. Now, what's the functional difference between 2 half-diminished 7 and a regular 2 minor 7? Aren't they both supertonic 7th chords with predominant function? Yes, but they imply different key qualities. A regular 2 minor 7 implies a major key because the chordal fifth is scale degree 6 in the major key, but that tone doesn't appear in the minor key. On the other hand, a 2 half-diminished 7 implies a minor key because the chordal fifth is scale degree 6 in the minor key, but that tone doesn't appear in the major key. So the functions of 2 minor 7 and 2 half-diminished 7 are slightly different. In addition, 2 half-diminished 7 can easily go to 7 fully diminished 6-5. For example, in the key of B minor, suppose we have a 2 half-diminished 7. That would be C sharp, E, G, and B. By merely lowering the B to A sharp, we have changed the chord to 7 fully diminished 6-5. So you could have a progression like this. So to review these functions, 7 half-diminished 7 is normally used in major keys. It can go to tonic, or it can go to dominant. 2 half-diminished 7 is normally used in minor keys. It can go to dominant, or it can go to 7 fully diminished 6-5.